Alright guys, welcome back. Going into the final portion here of RollPlay Solum, week number 41. Neal, what are these orcs doing?
These orcs are minding their own business, pretty much, walking along the other side of the river, and they come around this big bend of rocks, and you guys are over here dipping your feet in the water, and they come around, and there's this awkward moment where you see them.
Can I cast something before anyone does anything?
Yes.
Since I
they see you
them?
at the same time.
Yeah,
so.
that's fine. But I wanted to cast mage armor on myself as soon as I saw them.
Okay. Give me an initiative roll for you and Karn. You and Karn are not surprised.
Shit. What's initiative? Oh, it's D20 plus the initiative, right?
Yeah.
Neil, my character can never be surprised, so I'm also not surprised. Can I get an initiative roll?
Yeah, please go for it.
Okay.
No. Advantage on saving throws.
19.
Damn.
Oh, you weren't kidding, actually. You have the alert thing, right?
Correct. I can't be
surprised. I thought you were trolling. But no, you can't be surprised at all. You actually can't be.
Yeah, that's legit.
It's legit? Yeah, I remembered that. That's why I didn't say anything.
Yeah. Well, it's just so often you're like, oh yeah, I have the super improved familiar that does everything. Or
well,
like,
I've got the thing is, I really do have an like Warlock familiar is not like Mage familiar. It really is improved. I'm not trolling you.
No, it's like the same thing except you get like different familiars to pick from. Like you get an imp instead of a bat, which is remarkable. Imps are way cooler than bats and way more useful, but like it's still the Find Familiar spell. And the crickets go.
Well, I think Ryan's going to argue.
I actually have crickets. That's the cool part.
No, I'm not going to argue that point until I have something to point to in the handbook.
Good Mafia player.
But I will come back.
Okay. So you cast Mage Armor Gen.
Yeah.
And the orcs look at you. They make their... You guys are acting cautiously, and so they behave cautiously as well. The archers kind of grab arrows and start to notch them, but keep them pointed towards the ground and not pulled back all the way.
What would they be patrolling, Neil? Like, what is the lore around this time of, like, why are orcs patrolling?
Well, it would be weird to actually see orcs in this part of the world. If we take a look at the overmap here, you can see where you are. Oh, actually, this map is a little bit cut off. But basically, above you is forest for 20 miles, and then this like giant desert that has all these different hills in it. The orcs are really not known for being in this area. They're actually known for being south near Twin Oak and Jade Run and Zenny and Fenbard. Like, orcs up in this section are a little bit on the unusual side. So...
But just even lore-wise, is there an army of orcs? Is there an empire of orcs? Do they work for someone?
Oh, no. They're nothing that organized. It's little clans here and there.
They're in clans. That's where I come from as well, I think.
Yeah, maybe every 20 years or something, one a orc will get a bunch of bands together and be like the king of these different groups, and then do something with it, and then it'll get fallen apart. It'll get destroyed, or it'll break apart.
It'll get them to Wa together, perhaps.
To Wa, yes.
You don't get that reference. You will someday, though, Neil. Someday.
I get it.
I can only hope to be.
I don't get it.
It's a Warhammer 40k reference.
Their clans band together and they call it a Wa. Okay. So yeah, so it's normal to see them and they're a clan, and we know that they're murderous, right?
Yeah, but orcs are not happy folks. They're not pleasant folks.
As I see them, then I would spend my action to be like, I would kind of hold up my hand and orc say, "No reason for you to die today, fellow orcs."
And one of them shouts back across the river, "You travel in the band of strange folk. Are they your prisoners? Your slaves?"
No. One of them I respect, the rest just kind of amuse me and are funny to travel with for the most part. We are just traveling by on a run of goods. We have nothing of super value here amongst ourselves, even.
Well then, take care, mighty warrior, and
You as well.
make slaves of those around you. It is the way of our people.
Skulls for the Skull Throne.
Skulls for the
Okay.
Skull Throne.
Nods,
And,
and then I look back at the group and say, "Friendly."
I look super disappointed. I'm like,
Yeah, I kind of like unnotch my. Well, I guess I stopped reaching for my bow on my back because I didn't have initiative or anything. I was just like, we're not fighting them. This is okay.
Fine.
Proceed.
Where are we on this
Oh,
map?
shit.
I see you're like moving them all.
Oh, you're on the other side of the river.
Okay.
You're the little dots. You should be able to control your token, I believe.
Did they want?
Control your token, Ryan. That's
Yeah,
another-
the orcs just they wander off. They just keep going down the river.
Okay.
And all the time I spent
I go
making
pee
this
in this
map is
bush.
now completely worthless.
oh.
Neil,
Thanks,
you
Jeff.
like it when sometimes people don't always.
I do. But I literally like spent so long trying to get this map to look good. I
Oh,
was
I'm
streaming it for like 6 hours. And
You know, you can
we'll
reuse it,
we'll
though.
recycle
We
it.
can... Yeah.
Yeah, recycle it.
Recycle
You
it.
guys are gonna come
Somehow-
across this area a lot, I promise you. And in like different parts of the world.
This looks familiar.
Yeah. Remember this map, guys. All right. Cool. You leave here and you move on the rest of the way to Hund, which you get to in the late afternoon.
Okay. What? Just normal town? Nothing special about it.
It's again another kind of smallish town. Not a lot going on here. Mostly farmland. There's a small center square to town, and other than that, it's just farms all around. A bunch of rice paddies on the eastern side, and then normal crops and pastures on the west and south side, respectively. North side has a couple of fishing boats out there, and people just like doing their thing. There's some clam digging in this area, freshwater clam.
Okay. I don't think there's anything of note for my character
We're
to
just
do.
trying to
so-
accomplish the mission. Yeah, we're just.
All right, cool, easy peasy. Again, 2 silver or 5 silver, depending on whether you want like a nice room or a piece of shit room, and nice food or piece of shit food.
All right. Oh fuck! I
Okay.
didn't restart the call. Here, I'll just call you guys back real quick. Because it's probably not going to work right off the bat. Do 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 do. There we go. All right. What happens, Neil?
Karn, how much is it for each person? You said.
5 for like human rooms, and 2 for. I'm sorry, 1 for like squalid, filthy street urchin rooms.
Karn, if you like, I don't know how this would go down, but he does not offer to pay for you for tonight. Dante says someone else.
Ron's vocabulary is getting better. It's
You can put
character
little
progression,
things, yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's
makes
plan.
sense.
I don't. I kind of. If I'm sitting in a chair, I just turn my back towards Dante.
Yeah,
Just, like,
I'm not looking at
silently
anyone.
drink.
I'm like no, I don't have much money, so Varnoosh is like,
So you guys are all talking to the innkeeper at this moment, and the innkeeper's like, "Tough break, kid. If you want to
Well,
clean
as
pots and
nobody
pans,
offers to pay him, I'm like, throw it down.
if you want to clean pots and pans, we can get you at least a room and some stale bread."
Oh, as he says that, I pull back my hand. Actually,
I mean,
Good.
No, seeing my party turn their back on me, I leave.
Where do you go?
I just
Dante, we
leave.
didn't. You're
Yeah.
walking out the door for no. Okay, we'll talk to you soon.
I
See you
bought
tomorrow.
you, prostitute.
Please don't go out the door. He's. Oh god. All right.
He's gone out the door. All right, Dante, you walked out. You're in the town square, little town square. Your
Yeah.
friends have kicked you to the cold. What do you do?
I sort of.
This
just,
is the
like,
Empire Strikes Back of Ryan's quest right now. This is his
I
darkest
sort of
moment.
just like just walk around the town for a little while, thinking about the situation that I find myself in general.
Is it raining, Neil? By the way, when he's walking around the town.
Is there somebody
does
following
the
me
Does it hide
around?
his tears?
violin is the violin following Ryan around town?
You come across an Italian restaurant. There's some soft music playing.
Perfect. I'll have the spaghetti and meatballs then. While I...
And how will you be paying, sir?
Well,
He suggests it's for free. Actually,
why don't you just bring me the bill at the end, like a normal restaurant, and we'll figure it out.
That sounds a little cagey, especially for a man with a demon on his shoulder.
Okay. No, my demon is in forever invis mode, by the way.
Oh, he's invisible. Okay.
He
good to
can
know.
be invisible. He has
This is his imaginary friend.
no, I mean obviously there's not an Italian restaurant. I just walk around for a couple of hours figuring out what I want to do.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
It's nighttime, right?
It's late afternoon.
Okay.
You have like an hour of daylight left.
All right. What is the most wealthy part of town?
You're standing in it, actually.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, there's a couple of buildings, a couple of houses outside of town, up on a hillside, and that look like maybe a few nobles live there, or maybe it's like an extension of the nobles' family that runs this place. But that's kind of like separate landed noble estates. For the actual town itself, it looks like the people who live in this square were probably the richest people. Probably the goldsmith who's here would be the most wealthy person, or maybe the gem cutter.
Okay. I will randomly wander in. Well, are there people passing by that look wealthy in the road?
No.
No.
It's a small town, real small town, large village.
You said gem cutter, and what was the other one?
Goldsmith.
What does a goldsmith do? They just make things out of gold?
Yep, and they also will act as banks. They will store in their big vault people's wealth for a time if they need it at a slight interest rate, or for a slight fee, not at an interest rate.
I will go to just a separate bar in town.
Okay. You come across another one on the other side of the square and down a little ways.
Okay. And I want to look for somebody who appears wealthy in the bar.
All right, good luck. This is a shitty-ass town. You look around, and like there's someone in kind of nice clothing, but wealthy would be a stretch.
Okay.
Like this is a poor village. You're getting the impression.
Like, okay, so when people carried their money back in the day, was it like on a belt loop?
Mm-hmm.
A pouch on a belt loop?
Usually pouch on the belt for what you kind of want now and then. And then if you're traveling like great distances, maybe they would dump a bunch of stuff in a backpack. So
Okay.
that way it's not quite so accessible.
So, looking at the pictures of what imps look like, they have what appears to be very sharp fingers.
Yes.
Is this correct?
Talents. Yes.
Okay. I will commune with my imp very quietly to myself.
I have great confidence in what's about to happen.
Yes, indeed. My invisible imp that no one can see. I instruct him to use his sharp talons to cut the strings of the man's purse and fly out to a location outside of town.
Cutting the strings would be considered... Would that actually be considered an attack?
That's why I asked if it was an attack earlier.
Yeah, taking something, like picking something up is not an attack. Cutting the strings on a purse...
That
If you were
nobody can
invisible-
see, they're invisible.
Well, what he's checking for, Ryan, is if it is an attack, you'll become uninvisible.
Right.
Correct. I get that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
gonna
what you
say
should
that
do is
that's
below
using a
dart it.
weapon in a weapon-ish way. It's not quite an attack, but you are like damaging something. So I'm gonna classify that under the, like, if you were to throw a rock at a person, that would break your invisibility. I think if you cut the strings up to something, that would wreck the invisibility.
What
if
about
some-
untying?
No, untying would be legit.
Is that possible based on how people have their purse strings?
The imp would have to make a dex check, a sleight of hand check, and a fail of enough, or opposed dex check to their perception check. If you're below their perception, like if you fail to beat them, then they will notice that something is like tugging on their pouch. They won't see anything clearly, but they might like try and find out what it is. But a success will not be noticed.
What is my imp's dex?
+3.
Okay, we'll go for that then.
Okay. Figure out what this guy's.
So again, we talk. His goal is to untie the purse strings, fly away outside of town to an undisclosed location that we have discussed earlier that we maybe saw walking into town, that is secluded. If he is caught or becomes uninvisible, he flies away to the rendezvous as well. That is the plan.
Okay. And how many purses would you like him to untie?
Just the man who you said looked semi-wealthy.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a dexterity check for your imp. D20 +3. Yeah, sleight of hand. Same thing as dex.
7.
Ooh, that is not enough.
Does he get a bonus for being invisible and the guy being unsuspecting and the guy being at a bar?
Well, no, because this is like the check to see if you could do this carefully, to see if you could just undo it. So whether the person's looking at you or not, you're still applying the same amount of like weight against the guy's hip, and you're going against his passive.
This is just an untie rope check?
Yeah, because I mean he's invisible, so no one's gonna fucking spot him. This is just like, can you untie the purse? If you can untie the purse, no problem. You're in and out. Like you automatically succeed on being invisible and stealthy. Okay. This is just the like, can you untie it without someone noticing you untying it check. If he was visible, then I would make you do a stealth, a comparative stealth check. If you were visible, you would have to roll a stealth check on top of this, but you're not, so you're cool. 7 is below his passive, though. So the guy goes, huh, what is that? And like bats blindly at his waist. People are used to kid. Holy shit, natural 20. He bats your imp to the ground. Your imp gets hit, does not become uninvisible, but does take some damage here. Roll me 3d4 +3 for your imp's HP.
What's his max HP, Ryan?
I guess we're finding out right now.
3d4 +3.
7.
Oh my god.
Oh, Ryan. Buddy, your day can only get better after this, so I feel like...
Okay, well, he got critical, so your imp takes... What's this guy's strength? Hold on. Holy shit, this guy has 3 strength. Literally has 3 strength. So the guy, like, what was that? Like, just kind of like hits your imp. Your imp like tumbles to the ground. Still takes 2 points of damage because it's still a 20. And it becomes visible, but the guy is like too weak to really basically hold himself up. He's like got his clothes on and a bag at his side, and he's like picking up a little piece of bread and was eating it. Like, what is that? And your imp like poof, poof, and like poofs to visibility, and everyone like oh.
And then he instantly flies out the door.
Yeah, he starts
All
flying out the door.
Cool.
All
All right. Well, I will
The
wait
violin
about an
gets
hour.
louder in Dante's.
I'll wait about an hour and then meet him at the rendezvous point.
A few moments later, the bar gets in a hubbub like, "Did you see the invisible red-winged creature that pulled on it?" Blah, blah, blah. And the whole bar starts talking about it, and eventually a waitress pushes through the crowd. "What can I get for you, sir?"
For me?
"Yes."
Honestly, I am just sort of people watching at the moment.
"You don't want to order a drink?"
No, thank you.
She gives you like a look up and down.
Everyone drinks.
She looks you up and down and goes, "Okay," and flounces off to the bar.
Okay.
You may be poor, but you don't look poor, so she doesn't think you're just a wanderer hobo. But you watch the crowd spread, and people leave the bar, and the word of the winged imp that was trying to steal Hector the Week's money is kind of spreads through town. You guys at the other tavern / bar, if you're hanging out downstairs in the common room and having some food and whatnot, you eventually hear the rumor spread over there about Hector the Weak. There was a winged devil about 3 feet tall that was trying to yank his purse off of him with his gnarly teeth, and had fire coming out of his nostrils. And clearly the story is like out of hand at this point, but the town now believes that there's a red-winged demon with fire coming out of its nostrils that is trying to go around snatching everyone's purse.
I just kind of laugh and think, "Oh, Dante, what have you gotten yourself into now?" I just continue on with my meal.
Okay, cool. The rest of the night passes. Dante, what do you do?
So like I said, I meet up with my imp bro, at the rendezvous point about an hour after bar to separate suspicion, and I just tell him to remain invisible. There's some stories being told about you, but it's all right. We'll go somewhere else soon.
Yes, master.
And we just try and find somewhere warm to sleep for the night.
Okay. Give me a stealth check for yourself.
Okay. What is a stealth check? I don't know what that is.
It's on your character sheet near the second column.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
8.
8. Okay. Cool. You find a comfy barn to hole up in and cover yourself in a little bit of hay and pass out. During the night, you do wake up to the sounds of someone moving around and tending to some of the animals, but they don't actually spot you at any point, and all is well. You all wake up the next morning and reconvene in the town square of Hund. One of you a little worse for wear, and this is not your best day in terms of dice rolls, Ryan.
I mean, it's
I'm
actually
sorry to
pretty
say.
good. You got to remember, he rolled 3 1s in a row once upon a time and died.
That's true.
Didn't he
That
die
was
on
incredible.
that? You died that day, right, Ryan?
I don't remember.
No, that was Tariq. That was Tariq's sword. Never mind. That was the magical sword.
I've rolled a lot of ones, man.
Yeah,
all that
that's
stuff's
true.
in the past now.
That's true. I forgot about
They
that.
all blur together.
They all do kind of blur together for me.
Well,
All right. I think we depart and go east.
okay.
Still.
Boop, boop, boop. It is a short hop to Olcar. You actually get there a little bit earlier than you would expect. You're there, I don't know, in the afternoon, mid-afternoon. Olcar is a large town that is built into the side of the mountain. You can see up the mountain, the sheer granite cliffs. There are little dwellings and windows and kind of buildings that protrude out, and you suspect that there is a complex inside the mountain as well. You find many dwarves walking the streets, chattering amongst themselves in their native tongue. A few halflings and gnomes will be about as well, but also a large human population. So, unsurprisingly, there are no elves or half-elves that can be seen. You have the location and the name of a man from whom you are to pick up the jade. His name is Bertrude.
Okay. I assume we ask around, or I ask around town where he's at, and then go that direction.
Yeah. You get it. He is in the Dwarven Quarter, which is right up against the side of the mountain. And once you get there, it's not too hard to find Bertrude, the Jademan's building. He is a miner by trade. Actually, he's like the what do you call it? The foreman of the miners, the manager of the miners. He kind of runs the mine, and they get the jade themselves and bring it to him.
Well,
And you go up to see him, and he's kind of like sitting in his office, head in his hands, face down on his desk, and barely takes note of you as he walks in. And instead, a boy with a collar around his neck and a chain leading to the side of the wall appears and goes, "What can I do for you?" He's got ratty clothes, but a stone slab with like some a quill and an ink and paper on it. Looks to be like the slave scribe.
we're here to pick up some jade for our merchant friend out west. Since it's out here a little bit earlier, hope it's not going to be a problem, but we'd love to just pick up the jade and go.
Yeah, you have his name, although I don't remember what it is.
I probably have it written down somewhere. But
Yeah.
was it Gore, Hilda? Classico's
Yeah.
killed. I think it might have been Gore.
It's one of those. It could be Eshnok, or Mr. Churchill, or Lady Roosevelt. No, that's another campaign. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember any of those characters.
Okay, that's a different campaign. Then I've got notes from. I don't fucking know. I don't understand my own notes anymore. Yeah, it's one of those guys. So at this word, the guy whose head is in his hands, kind of like drops all the way and goes, "The jade's not here.
Well, what do you mean the jade's not here?
We had it. We were moving it. We were cleaning it in the river, because jade's got to be cleaned off. It's messy, and a bunch of orcs came through and snagged it.
Well, how long ago was this?
A week and a half ago.
How big was the party?
About 10. Roughly 5 archers and 5 swordsmen.
There were like 6 of them, I think.
Kind of like look back to the crew and look back to the. Is it the child saying this to us, or the guy that's had his hand?
No, the guy.
I'm just like, well, I mean, it's not part of the job, but we can get it back for you if you've got something to offer for it.
He perks up, goes, "Really? Would you also kill the orcs so they can't do this shit again?"
I'm not going to promise that. We'll have to see what happens when we get there, but what's the
I'll
job
take
pay?
it.
Well, hold on. We're not agreeing to anything. What does the job pay, sir?
You give me that jade back. Hell, I'll give you a free block of jade. And he pulls out like a big stone, about yay big, nice and green.
How
and
much is that worth?
Yeah, what does
Can you
that
hear
fetch?
me?
Yes.
I mean, you sell it like this, you can probably get 30 or 40 gold for it. You refine it into something really pretty, and you could get a couple hundred out of it.
That sounds kind of light. Why don't we get, kind of like look around the crew. Why don't we get 5 of those? One for each of us, so then, we'll figure something out for the other one. 5's a better number than 4 is what I'm getting at. I mean, all right. Well, you have a good
All right, well,
day.
hold on. Well, maybe I can just give you gold instead.
Okay.
I guess you guys aren't. Well, why would you know how to refine jade? That's a silly assumption that I would make. I guess.
let's
you're
do
picking it up, you're
250 gold then. Sounds equivalent to what you were just offering us.
It's a little more than I can afford right now, actually.
I mean, it's that or you don't get your jade back, from what it sounds like.
Can I write you an IOU?
An IOU, is that just a piece of paper that says that you owe us gold? That doesn't put gold in my pocket, friend.
Yeah, I literally don't have 250 gold.
How
Like,
much
that's-
do you have?
He pulls over and pulls up a little chest and sets it on the table, brings out a key, opens it, flips it open. God counts through it, goes, well, I have 150, but, I need some of that to pay food and wages
Yes,
and stuff,
I know,
so I can pay you 100.
The expenses here are really, really high, surprisingly.
I
That's
can give you
definitely-
100. That's...
What's
Other
the,
than that, I can't run my business if I pay you more than that.
What's the story behind the kid with the collar?
Oh, him? He's my scribe. He writes down things for me.
Why does he have a collar on him?
He's a slave.
How many slaves you got here in town?
Well, I got the 3 guys that work in the mines, and then I got this guy, and those are my slaves.
Okay.
How many slaves are in the city? That's, I don't know, I probably a few thousand.
Do this. 100 gold, and all of your slaves become ours.
Well, then how am I supposed to mine my mine?
How are you supposed to get it back? This is a given. This is a pull and take. Basically, you're screwed if we don't help you, is what I'm trying to get at.
Dude, your prices are way too high. 100 gold? Do you know how much money 100 gold is?
It's 100 gold.
100 gold.
It's 100 gold, right, Karn?
Yes.
Karn knows it's 100 gold.
I
It's
start
100.
pretending as if I'm counting, and I'm like, yes, 100.
100 gold.
100.
I mean, 100 gold, you could live not well, but if you could survive a whole year on 100 gold if you had to. That's a lot of money, man.
Sorry, do I look like I could survive a whole year? I spend gold by the 100 per day. All right. This is not.
Well,
We're not a
hell.
cheap party here. All right.
Well, then I guess I'm just gonna have to go find a cheaper party.
Well, all right
Your
then.
price, I can't look.
I can't wait to see the look on my friend's face when I return to him with no jade because he lost it all. The amount of bounties that we might even come back here and kill you. What happens then?
Hey, let's not be rash now. It's not my fault the orcs came.
Well, I mean, clearly you can't protect it, so I guess it kind of is if you think about it.
Well, if you think about it, if they took my jade, they might have taken someone else's jade. I'm sure just by killing them, you'll find hundreds of gold left in their employ.
I have a better idea that might be even better than what my friend here is offering.
Thank you, the voice of reason.
He's clearly
Okay.
not.
So, I suggest this. Why don't you give us 100...
Do you suggest or do you suggest?
I suggest. Why don't you give us 200 gold,
He doesn't.
and then we'll go find... You have 250, right? That's what he
150.
said.
I have 150.
150. Okay, why don't you give us 100 gold, and we'll go track down that party. And then when we come back, you can give us the rest in either gold or in jade.
And the get the 4 slaves.
And okay, we'll take 3 slaves. We'll make it a little bit more reasonable. 3 slaves.
Are the slaves related? Do they know one
I don't
another?
fucking know. They're slaves.
4 slaves. I don't Dante.
All right, he makes a good point. 4 slaves. That's our final offer. I feel like it will be more fair than what he's been asking for.
This is a suggestion spell.
Yes.
All right, he fails his check. Let me read the actual spell so I know what we're dealing with here. Target must make a wisdom save on a failed save. It pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability. The suggestion, the course of action you continue their duration up to 8 hours. Okay, cool. It's like, all right, I'll give you 100 gold, and when you come back, I will give you the 4 slaves and the rest of the money. I mean, I guess I don't have much of a choice.
It's not
Word
that. It's
is
just
bond.
that I'm a little bit more of a negotiator than my friend.
As he says that, Karn kind of looks between the two of them, and his mouth drops open. He's like,
Can I pitch you another idea? How about I just give you all the money when you come back in case you die out there, and I didn't just give
let's
orcs
just
100
stick
gold.
to what I suggested now.
Okay. It just seems to me that if you die, then the orcs just get my money. It seems like if I just give it to you all when you come
not
back.
die.
Cool.
Well, we already shook on this deal, my friend, and I put my hand out in expectance of payment.
Deal's a deal. And he empties out the chest and like sorts out some money and like shoves you a giant pile of silver and gold coins.
Okay, we take those.
Okay.
As we take
Dante-
one, just like, that's a good deal we just made, Dante.
I think so. You know, I was trying to come to the table and offer him a little bit more than you were initially. So
Karn's mouth doesn't close the whole time. So. Two big teeth sticking out.
Dante, mark down 1,000 silver coins and 50 gold coins.
Oh.
Wait, what?
I mean,
we only
it's
got
150. Oh yeah, sorry. Mark down
1,000.
Too
1,000
late, Neal.
silver.
Can't
Yeah.
go back.
If you're only giving him 100 of it, it's mark down 500 silver and 25 gold. Is that right? No, that's not right. 500 silver and 50 gold. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
As we're getting ready to leave, I walk over to the slave that's inside and like put my... I kind of like just talking to his ear and I'd be like, "You'll be free soon." And then I walk back over and... Where did you say these orcs were?
Well, there's a cleaning spot. I'll walk you to it.
Wait, you're just going to walk us to the orcs?
Well, to where they ambushed us.
Okay. All right.
Then you can follow. You know, you can find. I don't know how you're gonna find them, but I can show you where we were ambushed.
Sounds good.
Okay. Let's go.
You guys take off and head over to the King's River. It's a section along the city where there's a bunch of people out there doing laundry and whatnot. And he goes, across the river over there, we like to do our jade on the other side, away from all these people, in case one of them would try and steal our stuff from it. You can pay a couple copper to a Roman to cross if you don't want to swim. We're hanging out over there doing our jade washing like we normally do. And the orcs came along. They bashed my man over the head, took the jade, and just ran off with it.
This is not okay. We shall stop them. Allez, this way.
I turn to the guy and I'm just like, he has no idea where he's going. We'll be back, friend.
I'm pointing to the direction where we saw the orcs earlier.
That's like 2 days away.
Yeah, but it's that direction I'm pointing at.
Well, the orc party that they described that took the jade is different than the one we ran into, correct?
I mean,
sure.
they said it at a party of 6 a week and a half ago.
Right.
So,
We'll find him, friend. We'll be back in a couple days. Keep that gold handy. Don't go losing it.
all right.
I think we'll end the session on that.
I think that's a very prime ending spot.
Cool stuff. All right, let's do some shout-outs and we'll wrap.
Experience, Neal.
Oh,
Cheers.
yeah, experience. Did we get any? I don't think we got
Yeah,
any,
of course.
right?
Yeah.
You get a little bit. There's
Role-playing.
some stuff here. There's some role playing going on.
I had a fight. Keep in
Ryan,
mind,
you didn't win, Ryan.
keep in mind, I was the only one in this fight, so the party doesn't get this XP. This is just for me.
I think I agree with Ryan's point here. I think he should just get.
It was part of the
Well,
overall.
to be fair in
general
his
quest.
point, we never get experience for the security guards that beat the ever-living shit out of us. So,
Oh man.
We'll do XP and we'll do shout-outs while you're doing that.
Indeed.
Okay. Yeah. You do.
Do we still do
start-
Q&A?
Yeah,
Oh,
I can do a Q&A. I'm gonna I'm gonna go to
Right.
bed right now.
Ryan's just like,
but-
can I post in there? Why the fuck all this shit happened to me?
No, I don't post in that shit, man.
I know your
approve it.
fake accounts, Ryan. Do some shout-outs for me.
Okay. Shout out to my fake Reddit account at Dante Byrne on Reddit. Yeah, guys, thank you for watching us play roleplay. It's been like a month-ish since we played, and it feels good to be back and be role-playing in front of you guys. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. You can check out all of my stuff. I stream 6 days a week, or I'm on a stream. You can check out my Twitch. It's twitch.tv/RyuZilla. You can check out my YouTube, youtube.com/RyuZilla. And you can follow me on Twitter at MLGRyan.
Cool stuff. Thanks for being on the show. Jen, do some shout-outs.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. You can follow me at LivinPink SC2. and you should follow the game I'm working on at Rainbow Six Game on Twitter as well. If you guys are going to IEM Katowice, you should come say hi, because I'll be in Poland for that. Yay!
There you go.
Yay! Okay, yeah, I'm done.
Short and sweet. Jeff, do some shout outs, sir.
Thanks everyone for tuning in as always. Had a lot of fun. Just if you haven't already, make sure to follow us on Twitter. Mine's EG&Control. I stream on Twitch at iNcontroL TV. Same spiel you guys have been hearing for a long time. I'm gonna go see a movie with my wife after this, but then I might stream tonight. So just as always, if you're interested in my streaming, check my Twitter. I tweet every time before I go live.
What are you gonna see? What's on the?
I'm gonna go see Focus with Will Smith.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. Does it look
It's
good?
a heist con man movie with the chick from Wolf on Wall Street.
Okay. All right. Let me know how that is.
Get this though. Instead of that role, she's playing a super attractive female that gets in on the heist. So
Nice. You know, stretching those.
Really?
Yeah.
diversifying as an actress.
Of course. Of course. Neal XP.
185 experience for each of you.
Awesome.
Nice.
And I'm going to be doing, what is it, misclicks on Tuesday, and then Dicing with Death sometime in the week, which is going pretty well. I love Dicing with Death. And then Age of Strife on Saturday, Honor Bound on Sunday, yada, 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 normal D&D schedule. And I've been doing a lot of map making and kind of planning for sessions on stream lately, trying this out, seeing if this is going well. It's been great this time. This last week, no one has been a dick about it. No one's been spoiling anything for anyone. So I think we're going to keep up the pace of like actually planning things on stream. So if you don't mind Solemn spoilers or Age of Strife spoilers or Misclick spoilers or Dicing with Death spoilers or any shit like that, swing by and you can take a look at what it's like to actually plan one of these sessions.
And then have us avoid everything you've created.
Yes.
It's true.
You
can feel the salt with me, guys.
There you go.
Well, there has been a lot of salt this episode.
I was pretty salt-free. I think it was a great episode.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
JP
into
and
it.
Jeff were pretty salt-free.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah,
three,
I'm pretty
however.
happy with
I
it.
made 20
Ooh,
gold,
and-
got some XP, you know, had some good
Oh, it was great. I don't know what they're talking about. It was
Fantastic
a wonderful
week.
episode.
Fantastic
Right,
week of salt.
lost
Here's
All
the
the fights
Q&A
were
link.
fair.
I'm going to put in chat.
There you go.
Good thing we spent that money on those things, Ryan, like at the beginning, because you would have lost it too.
How much health did that guy have before I critted him, by the way? 39. No, yeah. How much health did those guys have?
Which guy? The last guy?
Second guy is what Jeff crit really
Yeah.
hard.
Oh, the second guy. Oh, he had at the start of combat, he had 15 life.
Oh, wow. They were light guys.
Yeah. They
What about
were
the guy I
really
did 73 to? How much health did he have?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't.
He had a lot, though, right?
Oh, the last guy that you fought? Yeah,
He was an
had
equal level
68.
barbarian, probably.
Yeah,
He had
I mean, he
68?
was yeah, he was a berserker. He doesn't follow a normal
fuck.
stat. He's not like a class thing. He's just a random
Yeah.
stat block monster.
If you would have been Berserker with 68, I would have done half damage to him every fucking time, and I would not have won
I'm sorry.
that fight.
67 HP, 13 armor class, plus 5 to hit, and D12 plus 3 to damage.
Okay, so it's comparable to everything except for a lot more health, I guess.
A lot more health, and then he doesn't get the half damage. And other than that, it works out just about even.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
Very
but
good.
then you
Very
got
close.
those 2 crits on him and just wrecked him.
Cool.
Wrecked him.
All right, we'll let you guys know when we're playing again. I'll do my shoutouts after the stream, and that's it. So I'll probably host someone after this. But regardless, thanks everyone for playing. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you guys next time. We're out. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Have a good night.